was a common sight in the 80s and 90s. Not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wildcard game. They go play action here on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 75 yards. And the Seahawks will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 24. To throw, it's Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into them.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
On first down, Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready?
And Lance again going to keep it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And this pass caught by Gray. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake. Melvin. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Taking it about the 16. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Off play action. Melvin. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And as we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end, so they were on him in a hurry. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
2nd down, here's Davis Price. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Ready. Blue check.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Ready?
First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Here's Lance. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. So that'll be no better than an incompletion at its second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Chandler on second down. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Always got some breathing room. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 67 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 29, Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Handoff right side, Davis Price. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 29, Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Lance now to throw. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Black Ultra. Striker, 3-3. Ready?
They'll try and run for it with Davis Price. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Ty Davis Price punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100.
Walker hitting the ball is out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ambry Thomas.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
They'll find Ayuk open right side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Right.
Throwing again on second down. Lance dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
From the 30 on second down, Lance. He finds his man complete. It's Chandler. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff to Chandler. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That good for 19 and a first down. Now Lance. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28.
10 cycles. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Lance looking to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Touchdown 49ers! Deebo Samuel saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Niners continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Lance going to try to throw for this. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 13. Robert Spillane charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Davis Price up the middle. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back near his goal line. Here's Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Brown. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 61 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This one goes underneath to Walker, and he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. And now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw again. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll try and run. Walker. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is old.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. 4th and goal, and they just tell the leader of this offense to sneak it in there, and he got it done.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is follow the wedge that's created in front of you. Center, guards, tackles. Just get low, fire out, and you get low right behind them and get it over the goal line.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. One quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Lance finding Kittle, 1st down, San Francisco.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
The end result, 21 yards. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Spike 60.
Shotgun and then a handoff to Davis Price. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Lance. That's complete, left side to Gray. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Now Chandler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Niners have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Back to throw. Melvin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Lance to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. They'll run with Davis Price. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
22 needle.
The Lance going to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Melvin. And now here's another interception. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give to Davis Price. And he gets it down to the 32. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down and 4. Second down, and again it's Davis Price. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Davis Price will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Strike. Check. Strike.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game